there has been a massive reorganization within top leadership positions inside of certain agencies at the Department of Homeland Security. And this has taken place since this new administration has hit the ground running. Now, back in January, President Trump fired then Border Patrol Chief Mark Morgan, who is an Obama appointee from the outside as Chief of the Border Patrol, clearly a holdover from the administration, and as Brandon Judd, President of the National Border Patrol Council, this is the Border Patrol Agents Union, stated in an interview back in January that Morgan never had the support of agents. And this is something I know to be a fact because he never did. He was not a Border Patrol agent. He didn't work his way up, and as such, he was really never part of the green. Certainly not part of the solution. Now, to take over the position, the Trump administration named longtime and career Border Patrol agent Ron Vitello, who has worked his way up over the course of 30 years from the bottom up to having served for a time as Deputy Chief of the Border Patrol and Acting Chief as well. Well, President Trump has finally elevated him to Chief of the Border Patrol. Now, again, this was back in January. This story comes to us in the beginning of May, but you'll see why, because this is a story with a lot of changes and a lot of consequences. And the National Border Patrol Council issued a statement on the selection of Chief Vitello, and you need to understand why. We commend President Trump for recognizing that in the U.S. Border Patrol, experience matters. We are unlike any other law enforcement agency in the world. We operate marine, land, and air units in every climate and every environment. Previous administration attempts, this would be the Obama administration, to treat the Border Patrol like any law enforcement agency resulted in leadership that was reactive and in constant crisis. As we begin to implement President Trump's plan to secure the border and protect our communities, Mr. Vitello's experience will be invaluable. We look forward to working with Chief Vitello. And that held true for several months. No issue there, as even myself as an expert will state. I have not seen a problem yet on that issue. However, with all the issues that have taken place at Secret Service, the acting deputy commissioner, with the ascension of Deputy Commissioner McEleenan, retired Marine Major General Randolph Tex Ailes, was named by the White House in late April as its pick to head the United States Secret Service. And they basically picked an outsider as director, and it's something that is being hailed by those key players on Capitol Hill. And a lot of this has to do with a lot of issues that have long been outstanding at the Secret Service. You have the recent fence jumper who basically was able to get within the fence around the White House while the president was on White House grounds inside the White House itself, and for 16 minutes able to evade Secret Service agents. Between that, an agent's laptop in New York City was stolen. Between a number of other things that have taken place, well, it was time for an overhaul, and bringing in an outsider is definitely seen as the move. Now, with General Ailes moving on from the acting deputy commissionership to the directorship of the Secret Service, now this opens up yet another opening at CBP, and Chief of the Border Patrol, Ron Vitello, has been named Acting Deputy Commissioner for U.S. Customs and Border Protection. So with his ascension now to Acting Deputy Commissioner, they in turn had to name the new Acting Chief of the Border Patrol, and this is only after 3 months of his being chief. The new Acting Chief of the Border Patrol is Carla Provost, another agent, previously worked her way up and within, and she has served as the Deputy Commissioner under Chief Vitello. So you have here just a massive amount of seat changes from top leaders inside of DHS, now at Secret Service, and especially at CBP. And the Trump administration is placing a lot of, at least what it's appearing to be, people respected from within, people who, for the most part, work their way up, especially in the Border Patrol. You know, these aren't outsiders. These are people who work their way up through the chain of command, especially when you look at the current acting deputy commissioner, Chief Vitello, widely hailed and supported by the union. So these are positives. But at some point, you got to hope that the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, will start bringing in some people who also have additional experience, such as those retired agents and managers who have served in the legacy INS, who can also come in and assist with fixing the problem. These managers are well qualified. They're not going to play the games that we saw with David Aguilar and his cronies over at the Border Patrol, and that would be a great step. And these individuals are members of the National Association of Former Border Patrol Officers, or NAFBO. I think that would be an outstanding addition between them and quite a few civilians out there who also have been trained and know this issue. And you have a lot of border sheriffs who know these issues, and they're looking to start getting the facts reported as what took place in their agency over the course of time, especially in recent years.